Hey yo, if you ain't really hip to it yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Bang, like that right there. Go ahead, cool, thank you. Also hit the like button. Go ahead, comment, and all that other stuff. Anyway, but yeah, thank y'all. Yeah. Hey yo, what's goody, what's poppin', YouTube? It's your boy WhosManz. You already know what time it is. And so this is Tuesday. This video is going up on Wednesday, so it's Wednesday today. I've had time to process this stupidity. As you see, yeah, he's hurry, come on, something. By the way, hold on, give me 1 second. I got my food, scrumptious little food heating up in the back. It's lunchtime. I'm on my lunch break, and I'm making this video. Okay, back to the regularly scheduled program. Anyway, Steelers-Bengals. Steelers should have mollywopped the Bengals. They got the... okay, anyway. We about to get into this, man. The Steelers have been playing like poop for the past 3 weeks. You could even say 4 weeks. We shouldn't have beat the Ravens the last time. I mean, come on now. But we about to get into these little points. Because I'm not even mad no more. Because I feel like I've been seeing this coming. Anyway, we gonna start with Randy Bobandy Fiegner with these bad play calling. Okay, abandoning the run, even though he didn't do that. He did it at the worst times last night, but he ain't abandoned the run like he was doing all the rest of this whole year. And Big Ben's involvement in this play calling, man. The fact that they don't adjust in the second half, okay, it'd be making me mad. So with this bad play calling, right, I've had time to think about this. I still don't like Randy Fiegner as a play caller. I think the bubble screens and the hitches and them little rub routes and the super underneath 1-2 yard passing plays, quick passing plays, they gotta stop. I mean, defenses know. Like, it's crazy to the point where, like, all I have to do is glance at the formation. I know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? If it's bunched to one side, they're gonna do some stupid little pick screen, or they're gonna do a bubble screen that side. They had them stacked. When they had that play stacked where Chase Claypool caught it and broke a tackle and ran for like 30-something yards, I knew that it was gonna be a bubble screen. It was just like, hey, which side is he throwing the bubble screen to? Because they had it double stacked. But part of me is thinking, like, maybe it's Ben's complete inaccuracy, which is making Fiegner call the plays the way he is. Because he's like, well, you know, Ben throwing these little dink and dunk joints ain't going to just get his wide receivers absolutely murdered. Like, he got Juju murdered, and he almost got Deontay murdered in the middle of the field, where Deontay had to jump and almost get smacked by 57. And then he got Ebron murdered. He looking like Tony Romo when he was throwing it to, Roy Williams over the middle, getting smacked. But it's neither here nor there. I think it has more to do with just Big Ben is not the Big Ben of old completing these passes, so he can't really open the playbook up because he's just not as accurate anymore. And it's very apparent. I don't think Big Ben's arm is bad. He still can get some velocity on the ball. He just hella inaccurate, and it's frustrating. But one thing that doesn't help is that we abandoned the run. I mean, I get it. Look, you run for 3 yards, 2 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards. The thing is, though, you want to at least get 3 yards. And I feel like Benny Snell last night was getting at the very least 3 yards on most of them runs. When you run the ball, and this is coming from a lineman that I've heard, you know, an NFL lineman talk about this. When the game plan is to run the ball, the linemen get juiced because they're like, hey, we're going to inflict the punishment instead of trying to deflect the punishment. And I can tell that this line is starting to, they probably not soft, but they starting to, I don't know. I think they're getting worn down from just trying to not let Ben get sacked so much. They got to keep running the ball. You have to keep running the ball. Make it known that, hey, they are going to run the ball. They don't do that. Big Ben also just too involved in the play calling. And I think that's also why they be doing these little bubble screens and hitches so much. It needs to stop. Like, this just got to stop. They got to run the ball more and stop throwing these little... It's so obvious when they're going to do it. And it's just so annoying. As far as Randy Fichtner's second half adjustments on offense, there is none. They just keep... We ran a bubble screen. We're going to run another bubble screen. Oh, there's some more hitches. We're going to run some hitches and a couple drags. And he doesn't do any second half adjustments. And it's crazy that the Bengals did some second half adjustments. And it's just like, hey, you know what? They're committing super heavy to the run with Gio. So let's do a couple read options. And boom. And you see what happened. And then it opened up the run for Gio. And it's just like, Fichtner doesn't do that. I don't get it, man. Now, as far as Big Ben, I think he should have stopped playing before last year. Well, obviously last year he got hurt, but before last year, I think that season before should have been his last. Because I noticed his deep ball accuracy was getting a lot worse, and it's like you kind of want to go out on top instead of, just looking pitiful at the end, man. But Jalen Ramsey, I'm pretty sure it was 2 years ago in the playoffs or like before the playoffs when he was still with the Jags, said that Big Ben, I'm pretty sure it was Jalen Ramsey, but he was saying something that Big Ben can't read the defense. And I remember thinking like, man, that's hard to say because the man won 2 Super Bowls and he went to 3, and he's 60,000 passing yards. It's kind of hard to do that. But the more I think about it and the more I watch it, I don't know, because when we had the bus and, even with Le'Veon Bell, you could rely on the run, and that opens everything up a little better. But as soon as you took, Le'Veon Bell away, I noticed the offense got very dink and dunkish. It's been dink and dunkish for some time now. And I'm starting to think that's true. I remember there was one play against the Browns where he threw a pick he was trying to force it to AB, and he threw a pick to Denzel Ward. And I remember at that point I was like, maybe this is true. And so far, I mean, it's looking like that, man. His arm, I don't think it's done. I don't think his arm's done though. I think he still has some juice left in the arm. It's just, when you can't read, it don't matter how hard you throw, man. I mean, look at Brett Favre. Brett Favre could, throw it 1,000,000 miles an hour, and he still, threw the most interceptions. If you can't read, you can't read, man. Now, some good things about this game, though, was our defense in the first half. Yeah, it was 17-0 in the first half, but when you 3 and out that much and your defense on the field that much, of course they're gonna score on them, a lot. They had the ball so much. Our defense is fine, even with Highsmith, and no Bud and our defense is fine. I'm not worried about our defense too much. Yeah, we might need to get some youth in our DB core and on our D line because Hayward's getting older and Alu is getting older. But as far as that, though, I feel like you can always either, get some free agents and yada, yada, yada. We can build that up. The Steelers have no problem building that defense up. I like the core of the defense. But our offense is making it so hard on our defense to perform. And it's the same with the Bears. That defense is good. It's just, in order for them to win, sometimes it feels like we have to get a pick 6 or a fumble 6 or, some sort of just miraculous play, but we can't do that all the time. It's hard to win games when you rely on your defense to pitch a shutout all the time. You got to be able to score. It's just, man, like Highsmith, besides that one touchdown that Finley had where he should have had contained, because it's not like Finley wasn't running that whole time. Like, Finley ran down the field pretty much on that one. And I feel like after a while you have to adjust and, you know, kind of, all right, let me take it a little slower and force him to give the ball to Gio. You know, seeing as Gio had a trouble in the first half running the ball and, you know, pretty much into the third quarter. It wasn't until the end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter where he really got it going. I mean, besides that touchdown too. But, I mean, Highsmith has got to learn, but he's a rookie, so I'm not really too concerned with that. Plus, we still have Bud. But, good. I mean, the second half adjustment, that first series where they got the touchdown, I was like, okay, maybe they got it clicking, maybe something's clicking. And, wow, this play looks horrible. And this is classic Ben right here. Wait in the pocket 42 seconds and find somebody open. But it's like we made a second half adjustment. The way the play calling was going, where they were running the ball, taking it down the field, it worked. And then what happens? They get into the red zone on that second, after it was 10-17. They get in the red zone the second time after Benny Snell had been running literally all the way down the field. And they try to do all these little bubble screens, and they go right back to all the bubble screens, man. It's just the second half adjustments don't make sense. It's very easy to see who is getting the ball, where the ball's going. I don't get it. The fact that we're not getting a push on these, you know, 3rd and 1, short and 1 situations. At this point, I already know they're going to run the ball on 3rd and 1 up the middle. There's no, you know, if they don't run so many daggone bubble screens all the time, you could do a couple bubble screens on 3rd and 1, you know, every so often, and then that will, you know, take the load off the box, or maybe trying. But man, it's like Ben was throwing in the triple, quadruple, quintuple, sextuplet coverage the whole game. Just Deontay wide open, just missing him. Ben need to be honest with you, if it was me, you already in the playoffs. Sit Ben down, let Mason get the reps, you know, let the back ends get the reps. Let this team get healthy for the playoffs, even though I don't even think we should be worrying about the playoffs right now, because we couldn't beat nothing. We couldn't beat our way out of a wet paper bag right now. But sit the starters. You already in the playoffs. If you want to try to get the Super Bowl, whatever, sit the starters. Get to the playoffs healthy, and maybe let them get a break, because maybe that's what it is. Juju need to stop these TikTok dances, man. I love Juju. He's one of my favorite players in the team, but he needs to stop these little TikTok dances on the logo, man. He's just giving them fire. These are grown men. Just because the Bengals is 2, and I don't care if the team is 0-39. You give anybody any kind of gas to do something, they're gonna use it, and they're gonna, you know, these are grown professional athletes, and he just need to stop this with this childish stuff. He just need to stop with the little childish stuff, man. I get it if you bubbly and yada yada yada, leave that stuff for the off season, but as soon as it's time for game time, man, you gotta lock in and just do what you need to do, man. But anyway, that's my take on this game. Personally, I don't see them. They're just one and done in the playoffs is what I see, unless they just take this Colts and Browns game and just sit the starters and just try and stay healthy for the playoffs. They already in the playoffs. They clinched the playoffs. They just who cares about the division right now? The Browns is looking hot. I doubt that we're gonna beat the Browns anyway. I doubt we're gonna beat the Colts. The Colts are on fire. The Browns are on fire. Just sit them. Just sit them. You know, let them get some rest, man. Maybe that's what they need. I mean, the season's been long for the Steelers, and I don't know. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. If y'all do like this kind of stuff, hit the like button. Let me know. And we're going to get it popping. Anyway, oh yeah, also, I'm going to change up my upload schedule. I took that last week off. I'm selling my PS4 to, not really my nephews, but my nephews. And I thought I was going to be able to get the PS5 sooner than this, but I haven't gotten it yet. So I have a bunch of gameplay saved up. But what I'm going to do, I already have it set up, basically. I just got to upload these videos. is I'm gonna upload one on Wednesday and one on Friday, and I'm gonna upload next Wednesday. I'm gonna upload a Steelers Colts, recap, and then I'm gonna do the football recaps on Wednesday, once a week, and I'm gonna do a flashback Friday. I'm gonna take an old video from my old channel, put it up there, and just redo it, kind of do like a reaction to it, or maybe rehash on some of the story times. So I used to do a lot of story times about when I was playing sports or basketball, yada yada, whatever it was, and I'll do that. And then y'all can kind of see, the beginning of it and how it's going now. And then once I get a PS5, I'm going to start streaming whatever it is, Call of Duty, Madden, whatever it is I'm playing. I'm going to do more story games too. But for right now, just expect 2 more Madden videos. And then, I'll do a playoff video. And then if we keep going, I'll keep doing those. But, yeah, man, that's gonna be it right there. So expect all that. But anyway, this is a long video. I'm gonna let y'all go. Like I said, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this Steelers team. Even if you're a Browns or Bengals fan, go ahead, roast. Just roast. Go ahead, get your roast out. Get it all out, man. Get that hate out your heart, man. We gonna go ahead and let it go, man. And I'll see y'all I'll see y'all Friday. Peace.